Keep an eye out for hostile life forms. An abandoned meat-packing facility built on the fringes of the settled systems. I wonder what happened here. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet. Something's been through here recently, but left everything in place. At least we know it wasn't the Crimson Fleet. You have a death wish or something?
what do we got here? Too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on... Vanguard, huh? Yeah. I'm Hadrian. I came here on a rumor of a... what's left of the settlers? One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with.
I can't believe that a terramorph did all this damage. I mean, I've heard the stories, but to see the decimation firsthand...
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature... But there is a way we can give ourselves... The admin terminal's here in this building, but if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back on... Good. Once I see the connection reset, take care of yourself out. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
System offline.
Seeing a meat packing facility from the inside is starting to make me feel like I should switch to becoming a vegetarian.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello? Wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5. Tracker's reading green. What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move. Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you could avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the Terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
Seeing a meat packing facility from the inside is starting to make me feel like I should switch to become a vegetarian. I'm not sure what makes its home here. We should keep our weapons at the ready. It's a miracle we were able to bring that thing down. At least we avenged the deaths at the colony.
Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's... Wait. You did it, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Taking... You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
A lot of life gets recorded in ours. Like, for example, if this Terramorph's cells have certain radiation, then we could start getting some answers. All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs.
Hopefully this isn't as concerning as it seems.
I see. You've done that before.
Nothing. Need a flag scan? Spectrograph. Damn. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our trap, but terramorphs, to our knowledge, no one's ever. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, Tau Ceti, though, it's too young to. But then the other option, that someone captured one of the. That seems awfully. Which means we're either looking at a. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger. You're right. Time was, I had access to one of the best but we also need to get this sample properly. Luckily, I think I know just... What would you say to delivering this to? I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favor. Plus, maybe clear it with your commander first if you... You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian...
You don't understand.
I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I... There's a place called the Sixth Circle in... And... Here. It's not a lot, but... Now please, go check in with your commander.
Look who's back. All set with that probation.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample? You killed a terramorph on your first mission. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious, but, if none of the settlers made it. Hadrian. Sanan. Let me check the database. A lot of this data's been... Here we go. Service record. Co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well... Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks the sample... She thinks there could be more. This has been one of the more surprising. I did actually have another mission lined up for you. So now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows, Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship now. There wasn't anything else.
Oh, Sidonia. Check your suit seals. Martian dust gets everywhere.
Be careful down near the mines. Enter any active site.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Got lots of stuff. Just ask. Yo, hey, I'm Manaki. Cool. Yo, stay good out there.
Invoices can be collected from... Oh. Not here for a deli... I appreciate your candor, but I'm afraid I can't.
A shame, too. We had such high... Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. I invested no but then he decided to run. I presume the miners have him hidden. But at this point, it's...
That won't be necessary. The trade... But we would like the money he owes us. If you...
Oh, I loathe the Trade Authority. Is it absolute? I couldn't have put that better myself.
Perhaps a little advance on my... Visit the Sixth Circle. A bar on...
When you have a few moments.
Found a clutch of heat.
Broken spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the...
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some Vanguard captain wants with Walker? Stray topsider wanders into my bar asking after a man like Percival Walker. Uniform certainly looks real enough. Well then, Captain. I expect you should like knowing, for example, what Supra et...
It's all right. I can vouch for this one. She's Vanguard. True as they come.
And you're someone I should trust, huh?
I'm UC military. Retired. Can give you my gene tag code too if you'd like.
Not necessary. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get his debt to the trade, but if someone resolved that debt, well, can bet that person would make a friend out of That's good to hear. The most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their record. If someone was to break in there...
Making that adjustment would be illegal. I don't think this...
And, one soldier to another. Sidonia's full of all... Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear? Now, what say you...
Psst, hey, you. Maybe Vanguard? Come here. Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, good, good. Percival's a good guy. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any aqueous hemata. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working, at least when he wasn't slaving away. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in... Knows experiments inside and out. Yeah, it does. It would be. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh dear. I believe I see where this is...
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to fit. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. The jobs come back, I become a modern day... Yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. That's not... We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the space. Once you've managed that, phone up here.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Hey, you looking for anything in particular? Sounds like a plan. Come back anytime. Hey, welcome. Yeah, let's... See you around.
Crime's at an all-time low around Segovia.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
Dalos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy. If you
Wish there was more to do around here. Drinking gets old.
done, right? I have something I need to discuss with you. These access stairs lead into the mines. I hope we remember the way back to the surface. down using the caves in the back of the area. There's still quite a bit of mineral wellstone. I have something I need to discuss. Don't leave any of that behind.
Grab a laser cutter and head back. To the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Why are you bothered? We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis.
set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the pressure room if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Careful near the railings on the upper level. Found a clutch of heat leeches.
How's it going? Can I help you? Cool. See you around.
If you're gonna use the elevators or stairs to reach the other level,
You've got the slate, reduced joint wear, increased lifting capacity. This formula's gotta be worth it. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, and that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. Yes, that's Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Was there something... I'm never one to turn away an opportunity.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater.
And exactly what does this new... 15%? But where's this hematite coming from? The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped we could contract out all the actual lab work. And think what it would do for our image with the General. And what do you want for the rights? Now, let's not do anything hasty. We can certainly accommodate. And your friend Percival. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts.
A sober Sidonia is a safe Sidonia. While indulging in alcoholic beverages is not discouraged, operating
Yeah? Did you now? My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devils. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit. But we snuck. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. Yeah, the passkey.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you. and this cabin must have been quite a feat. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their heart? Adrian sent you. She's... Sounds like Adrian. Watch that woman lose a digit trying to get a better... What? You can reattach a fingerprint. So what exactly did she have you? Terramorph attack, huh? Not a... Wait. Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe. If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Something you need? Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact. When you pulled it from the rock, held... No, I don't think you understand. How did you feel it... Oh my goodness. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases... True. The artifacts are so different, so alien. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of. Frustrating? It would be... I knew I picked the right... Look, and I also...
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the dead. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all on a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. She was disconcertingly correct. Trying, which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew... Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst Terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. And for good reason. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside London, that's not gonna end well for you.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what... The circle, huh? Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but...
Just because the governor's office is right out there.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
You should give that recipe a whirl. Percival's research tends to be pretty sound. And probably less than a 10% chance you go blind.
The Red Devils
Lou gave me the
aren't
abridged
exactly
version
your
of what
average
went
bar
down.
crowd.
Yeah,
You
I
can see
can't
it in
thank
their
you enough
eyes.
for taking care of
We
me.
don't
makes
belong
two
here.
of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up... Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. So, were you two able to...
Got it right here. That sample? It's in...
Undinian.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access...
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archive? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti with both of us. It can be a daunting experience. Which is why Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice. Oh, well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC... The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools and hopefully how to prevent more attacks like the... All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands.
Good luck.
Hell of a city, isn't it? There's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call... But listen, I know I should've... So, in the interest of full disclosure, my relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than... I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeat. The program I was a part of, it was secure the leadership of the UC military for... I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a Freestar Collective, and the things he did, well, they're... So my involvement, it could be another obstacle. He had his men open fire on civilian, a battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway. But he's also the one who both sides agreed the settled systems would be... I really appreciate you saying that. I just... You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else? Or if you've got any... No telling how long the cabinet's gonna... Then I guess it's just a...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of...
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for...
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here make access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph, a request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's. Perhaps you could summarize for the. Duly noted, Captain.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, they've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge, and seems at best panic. And at worst,
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more...
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Essene has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what... I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all...
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely... But if there's another attack...
Yes. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position...
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if...
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
Very well. I can...
You and I are in agreement, Chief. So, if there are no other objections...
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Gonna take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
The UC's fleet must be the strongest out there. Now and always. There is no alternative.
You! The EM rifle, damn it!
Thank you. The way those people were acting. I've seen this before.
I don't know. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce the... It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that... Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can.
All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up! Just stand there! Good!
Got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast.
You might be looking for some back?
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same.
We're not UC security. Roger that. We're on.
You're not gonna... Are you?
Down! Get down!
You handled yourself well back there.
It's over. Thank God. If these things reached the populated areas of the city, we would have had an absolute massacre on our hands. For God's sake, drop some of that rubbish already. That's something for you when you have a moment. have things for you.
It's done. Now let's go check in with the sergeant. Not in a million years. If this doesn't convince the cap...
Can I help? Here, I have some. You're welcome. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collect. Check back with me from time to time after.
Guess they would.
I don't want to think what would have happened.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. In the middle of something here. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
How the hell did Terramorphs get into the city?
That's a Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as your concerns about the Terramorphs.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish... Now, today, you will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data, but to accomplish those goals. As such, the Cabinet has authorized... As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating...
Yes.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed for someone who knows precisely, the Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in with Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar. You should be able to find her in her office, and on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies.
Damage to the space. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
It can't happen again.
I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni.